The Tommy Tune Award celebrates Houston's most talented high school theater performers. Created and produced by Theater Under the Stars, the ceremony honors students that work on and off the stage. To tell us more about the event happening on June 6th at the Hobby Center, that's just tomorrow already, we welcome, okay, this is cool. She happens to be the star of Boop the Musical, Jasmine Amy Rogers, who is a Tommy Tune Award nominee and a Tony Award nominee, and in fact was a Tommy Tune Award winner just a few years back. Hello there.
Yeah. Hi, thanks for having me.
We'll get into all of that in a minute. I also want to welcome Jacob Shideler, who is the Education Director or Director of Education and Community Engagement at Theater Under the Stars. Welcome to you too.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for
Though
having
you're
me
not
here.
nominated for a Tony, so I'm going to talk to Jasmine.
Absolutely, I would do.
No.
So, Jasmine, it was just a few years ago that you were here at the Hobby Center and you won the Tommy Tune Award for playing the witch, if I'm not mistaken, in Into the Woods, correct? For which high school?
That's right.
What was your high school?
Oh, Stephen F. Austin High School.
Nice.
You went from there because the winners of the Tommy Tunes go on to another awards in New York. What's that?
Yeah, the Jimmy Awards, the National High School Musical Theater Awards. Yes.
And then from the Jimmy Awards, you are launched into this professional career. Yes. And just a few years later, you are starring on Broadway in Boop the Musical as Betty Boop, and you're nominated for a Tony Award.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride, I will say.
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
Truly, truly living the dream, yeah.
You know, well, no, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, when you found out you were nominated for the Tony, what were you doing? Where were you? And what was your initial reaction?
So exciting.
I was at home and I was sitting on my couch with my roommate, Morgan Ashley Bryant, who's actually also an actress. We met on the national tour of Mean Girls. And we were sitting there and we watched it live, and I wasn't sure if I was going to, but when I saw my name, I burst into tears. And I didn't think that I had been like holding my breath, but it was like this release of emotion. And we were just, our jaws were just hanging open because we couldn't believe that it was happening. Yeah. So it was very, very exciting. And, I called my mom and all my family. And it was just, it still feels so surreal. It's wild.
And for folks that aren't as engaged in all of this as we are, Sunday night, you'll find out if you won or not on CBS. It's going to be aired, and you're going to be there with some other amazing nominees in this category. It's just so exciting.
Yeah, it's incredibly exciting. I'm nervous, I'm excited, and I'm ready to get through it, Yeah.
I was just going to ask, Jacob, I do have a question. As the Director of Education and Community Engagement at Theater Under the Stars, you see a lot of talent and young Houston talent. What does it mean to see Jasmine now up here? I mean, doing her thing.
I'm assuming this isn't the usual path for a Tommy Tune winner, that a few years later they're winning a Tony.
No, but that's what I think is so amazing about programs like this. Across the country, there are various regional awards programs like the Tommy Tune Awards that lead to the Jimmy Awards. And I think it's indicative of how important these types of programs are, because it shows these talented students that they belong, that they have through hard work and through continued training, that they have a chance to do this. And I think Jasmine is the perfect example that a student comes, gets on a professional stage, gets this intense experience, and then says, and I don't mean to put words in your mouth, Jasmine, but it's like, oh, I can do this. This is something that I'm good at, and I can pursue, and I can make a living from. And it's creating the next generation of emerging theater makers, whether it's on the stage or behind the scenes or supporting it through the love of the arts.
Jasmine, did you ever go through that doubting stage of, I don't know, I mean, don't we all? I mean,
Absolutely. I think I have said exactly those words. Especially, when I did the Tommy Tunes, I did not think that I was going to win. First of all, I had no idea what they were until I was nominated. And I knew what they were before I was nominated because I knew the nomination committee was coming. And I had no idea what the Jimmys were. And I was just looking around at these other students, and I was like, oh, these kids are amazing. These women are amazing. I'm not going to win this. And when I did, I was shocked. I think you could see it if you look back at the pictures in my face, and I just was so shocked. But even like still now, I think I was 17 at that time that I did that, maybe 18, and I'm 26 now. and I still have moments where I'm like, what am I doing? But what's been really cool about this experience is that it's all felt so right, and it's paid off in such a beautiful way. And that wasn't the goal or anything, but it's a great feeling, I'll say. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And tomorrow night, there's going to be a whole new group of students, of young women and men that are going to step on a stage. And this is their essential dream. And you have done it. And you've been through it. And you've gone through all of those moments of fear and doubt. And what would you tell that group of students tomorrow that are going to be stepping on that stage?
Yeah, I would just say to feel your feet on the ground and have fun, enjoy the moment. It's not about it's not about the final product. It's about the process. It's about these connections that you're making with people that I still am friends with to this day, that I hadn't met ever until the Tommy Tunes. It's just enjoy yourself and celebrate the work that you've done. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting, thrilling. I do have to also say, I assume people who win a Tommy Tune, they expect that they're going to go into hopefully a career in showbiz. You, I'm sure, thought, this is the path I want to be on. But to actually be the lead title character in a brand new musical written by David Foster on Broadway with Faith Prince in the cast, really, and that, like you just said, 26 years old, makes me think, oh my Lord, the sky's the limit for this person.
Thank you. Yes, it feels insane. There are days I come in and I'm like, how did I get here? What am I doing? But and then I realized, I'm like, no, well, you've been working for this since you didn't know, but since you were 7 years old. But it is one of those things where I truly believe that the universe has a plan for all of us. And if theater is in your plan, you are going to do it. And it will be in whatever form it comes in. But I'm just a lucky, lucky girl.
Yeah, no, more than luck there. Jacob, I've also often said that the most thrilling night of the year to spend in the theater is the Tommy Tune Awards. Seeing these kids, seeing these productions, the joy, the support that comes. Jasmine may be able to address this better than me, even at the level of the Tony Awards. There seems to be a little backfighting going on right now. But at the Tommy Tunes, it seems to be all love. It just seems they all support each other and believe in this common dream. Is that your experience?
Absolutely. It's an incredible community that we have here in Houston, the musical theater community, especially the high school musical theater community. It's a group of kids who all love the same thing, and they support one another and they cheer for another. And I really want one of those decibel readers, because I think it's the loudest night in the theater throughout the entire year. I promise. It's a lot of screaming kiddos, and it's incredible.
And I think kids make it in their own way. Some are nominated and win Tonys. Others may be the lighting director. I mean, you find your own path. Some become TV weathermen. You never know. So, but how many are inspired by the Tommy Tune Awards to really pursue this avenue professionally?
This year alone, there's probably been about 5,000 students who participated in the Tommy Tune Awards program, whether they're at their school. The ones who are on stage, there's about 140. And then with the finalists, there's another 50 or so that are non-performing finalists in the audience. And so, I would like to say all of them, whether they decide to go into the arts and pursue it or not, they're all inspired by one another and by the performances that they see. And it's really, it's a great thing to witness. My favorite thing of the night is when they announce the winners of the outstanding lead, and to see the faces of joy of even the people who didn't win, because they just love one another and they support each other, and it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's great to see. For folks that don't realize it too, when the Tommy Tunes came around and why they exist, is so much attention in our high schools are put on our athletics. And Frank Young talked to me about this back then too. If we can give something so that the schools can put something in their mantelpiece and say, look, we can win awards here too, we can compete in this area, it makes it more, puts more attention onto the importance and significance of arts programs in schools. And so by celebrating these individuals, we're also celebrating the whole concept of education for theater training and musical theater training and all of that.
I have a question for Jasmine. So, and not to get personal, but what's Sunday going to be like? Are you going to go to brunch somewhere? You're going to go and make sure you have the right dress? Get your
my question was, what's she going to wear? What are you wearing?
What's that Sunday in the day of the life for you?
Sunday is going to be a busy day. I do have a show. We have a matinee at 1 p.m.
Oh, my
and
Lord.
George Clooney,
yeah,
too, is in his show at 1.
yeah,
Everybody's
we
doing
all
1
are.
o'clock
We
on
all are
Sunday.
going to be in our shows, and then I'm going to run down the street to a hotel and get ready for the show, which will be really exciting. And yeah, I'm bringing my mother, who's
Nice.
still
I
in
love it.
Houston. Yeah, she's coming. She's so excited, and we're just gonna have a good time. I'm excited to be there. I'm just excited to be there. I'm excited to be here. Yeah, but it's gonna be a long day.
Where do we
It's always a
stand
long
on?
Yeah.
We've seen chatter in the media about this. Where do we stand on Boop getting to perform at the Tonys? Is it a done deal, or might it still happen?
I have no idea if it's a done deal or not. The fans got together and they were protesting a little bit for us to perform, which was really, really special.
Yeah.
But I'm satisfied, just like I said, to be there. If we get to, that would be amazing. I would love that. But it's just an honor to be nominated. We have 3 nominations for Best Choreography, Best Costumes, and myself. And so we're going to go and we're going to represent no matter what.
Yeah. To catch people up just a little bit, traditionally it's the Best Musical nominees and the Best Revival that get to perform, but there's such a groundswell of love and support for your show that the audience wants to see you guys do it too. And, we're in your corner on wanting to see you get it. But it might be too much work for you that night. You do deserve a night to just sit there and bask in the glory of all of this, too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jasmine, you're our homegrown Houston girl who's now, her name is in the big lights. What do you miss about home? What do you miss about Houston?
Oh my gosh, right now I'm thinking about being in the sun.
We've got plenty of it.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's very warm here today. It's almost going to be like 90 degrees.
Yeah.
But there's something about Houston sun that's just different that I miss. And I miss my home. We live outside of Houston in Richmond. But I miss being with my family and just that feeling of the Houston air. Yeah.
Tony night, a night of theater royalty. Who are you most excited to see or run into? I mean, you do work with Faith Prince, who I absolutely love.
I do.
So say hello to her for me.
love her.
I love her.
I will. She's incredible.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. Oh my goodness. But I'm excited to see. I'm really excited to see Audra McDonald. She and I both won a Drama Desk Award a few nights ago.
Yes.
For our performances, and that was really special. And we got to connect a little bit more.
Yeah, we kind of buried that lead. You did just win the Drama Desk Award for Best Actress or Best Performer in a So congratulations on that one. I heard that she had been supportive of your career before this too.
He had. I think it was through Boop that she learned who I was. But I'm in my dressing room right now. I'm sitting here looking at a card that she sent me, that she hand wrote, and she sent flowers and she sent cupcakes. She's just so kind, and we've spoken back and forth a little bit here and there, and she's just the kindest, most lovely woman, and I've looked up to her for a very long time, so it's really, really exciting.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on that. And Jake, what are you looking forward to for tomorrow night here at the Tommy Tunes?
Just the collective community, just coming together. 2,000 people screaming and cheering each other on. It's literally the best. I can't wait.
Well, good luck. We're rooting
for you, Jasmine.
Thank you so much.
Tell your mom hi.
I will. And tell the Tommy Tunes kids I say hi. That's so exciting.
We will.
Jasmine Amy Rogers is the star of Boop the Musical, and Jacob Shideler is this Director of Education and Community Engagement at Theater Under the Stars. Thanks so much, both of you, for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Thank you.